You can easily find any GPS coordinate in the world with Google Maps. You can first enter an address, if you have one, or search for the location on the map. Sometimes it's also helpful to use the satellite view to pinpoint the location. Don't hesitate to zoom in, place your mouse over the location, right-click, and the GPS coordinate of that point appears, which you can then copy by clicking on it. These GPS coordinates are very useful when you're using Planning Motion to plan your trips. I'll show you how. In Planning Motion, to get your itinerary on Google Maps, you need to enter an address in this field, Specify Location to create itinerary, which you find in the stages, accommodations, activities, stops, and so on. Well, it's these addresses that are transferred to Google Maps. When you go to the Maps page, in the itinerary section, Get Itinerary in Google Maps, you'll get the itinerary you're planning in Planning Motion up to 25 stages at a time in Google Maps. So, what are GPS coordinates used for in Planning Motion? Well, there's two places where GPS coordinates can be useful in Planning Motion: in the Specify Location to create itinerary fields, and in the Coordinates for transfer to GPS fields. In the Specify Location to create itinerary fields, you can obviously enter an address, but you can also enter a GPS coordinate. Sometimes Google Maps doesn't locate the correct location, for example, an address found on an accommodation website. A Planning Motion user told me that while preparing her trip to Greece, that happened to her very often. Or in certain circumstances, a place you want to get to simply doesn't have an address, as it is often the case for a hiking trailhead. The other use for GPS coordinates in Planning Motion is here, just below the Specify Location to create itinerary fields we just mentioned, Coordinates for transfer to GPS. In fact, this field only allows you to enter GPS coordinates. And whenever I enter an address here, I systematically enter the GPS coordinates. So, what's the purpose of coordinates for transfer to GPS? Well, it's a tool you can use to have all the places you have entered in Planning Motion available on your mobile device in mapping applications such as Google Maps or Maps.me, and it is also possible to transfer your destinations to your GARMIN GPS device. The transfer can be done in just a few clicks. We've made some tutorial videos that explain how to do it, and we've linked them in the description below. Planning Motion is a web application that offers a huge range of tools to help you plan your trips. We've put together a getting started guide that takes you through all the features.